Hiya, this is your video on how to tape your hand for swelling. So we're going to tape the back side of the hand, 2 pieces of tape that are going to go from one side of the wrist, an anchor, and then there's going to be 4 little strings that come across. And so the piece of tape looks like this. It's about 7 inches long. So you've got rounded edges on the top, and then you've got 4 little jellyfish legs and round the edges on the bottom as well. So once you've cut your strip, you're going to cut or tear the paper backing to make it easier to apply. So I'm doing this myself since you're probably going to wind up taping by yourself. So you've got your anchor part of the tape, which is going to lay down with absolutely no tension on it, and then we're just going to peel off the strips this way with what we call paper tension, which is just really pulling the paper, which applies about 15% stretch, and that's all you're going to do. So we don't want a lot of tension on the tape when we lay it down. So you've got one that's torn and then the other side. So again, I'm just tearing the paper but leaving it attached because we don't want to touch the adhesive side as much as possible. Okay, so we got both of our jellyfish ready to go. And the first one we're going to apply to the outside of your wrist first. So you go ahead and peel off the paper backing of your anchor, the big part. And so we're going to lay this down in a diagonal. So it's going to be on the outside of your wrist, above your ulna here at a diagonal. So I'm just going to lay that down, no tension at all. And then you're going to take the paper side of the tape, the printed side, and just rub it gently. And keep in mind, I know this is going to be sensitive, so just very lightly rub it. The friction is going to create heat to help activate the adhesive, the glue in there. So you can see it's pointing at an angle towards my web space here. And now we're going to start peeling off the little pieces of tape here. So we're going to start with the one that's furthest inside. So again, we're going to take the paper and just hold the end of the strip like this. No tension. Just lay it down across the web space like that. And then we're going to come back and rub these. So that one you can see, get these out of the way, comes across like that. So we're going to do the other 3 across your next 3 little web spaces. So the second one is going to come between your first finger and your middle finger. Again, no tension. And I would say to make the pieces maybe 8 inches longer so that the tape comes down a little bit more between your web space. And so the next one's going to come between middle finger and ring finger here. Just like that. And again, if our tape was 8 inches, we'd have just a little bit more tape down into the palm. And the pinky one. So no tension. And this one is much closer, so that's why we've got more space there. If you wind up with a little wrinkle here, that's okay, but ideally it's good to not have any wrinkles in the tape. So we've got one piece of tape coming this way, and we're just going to repeat it on the other side. So we already tore the paper, so we're going to take off the paper backing from the anchor, and this time lay it on the radial side, pointing towards your pinky. So I'm going to lay it down like this and lay down the anchor here. So, and we give it a little rub with the paper side of the tape again. Rub, rub, rub. Okay, and this time we're going to go in the opposite. So we're going to go across to the pinky first with this piece of tape. So we got that one. It's going to be hard to see. I didn't have two contrasting pieces of tape for you. And then you'll see this one is going to go to the next web space. Lay it down. Fold that over. And our next piece of tape is coming to the next web space, right there. Lay down the anchor, rub that down. And last one, this one's going to come into your thumb web space. So we laid it down this way and into the palm. Okay, and then you grab the paper side of the tape and just give everything a rub without causing yourself any pain, just to activate the glue. So we're going to do all of that. You're going to have a whole bunch of tape on your hand. Whole bunch of tape. And I didn't pre-cut this one, so the one for your thumb is going to go from your knuckle here, your last joint, up to right about where my wristband is. So kind of right where the tape is ending. And so you're going to cut a strip that is just a little bit shorter than that distance because it does stretch a tiny bit. All right, so here comes some boring cutting. Cut, cut, cut. Round your edges. Round your edges. Rounding the edges just helps it not get caught on your clothing and pull up. Okay, so same thing, you're gonna tear the paper. So we're gonna lay the anchor down is gonna be over your thumb here. So you can leave your hand like this. And the tape is gonna go centered over your thumb and just gently lay it down on each side, that side, and then this side. And it can wrap around your thumb a little bit, that's fine. Okay, and then peel back the tape, and this is your paper tension. We're just going to gently roll and lay the tape down at the same time. Lay it down and lay it down. And same thing, take the paper side of it and rub to activate. So that will support this, the radial side where we think the injury is. And you have a fancy tape glove. It actually feels pretty good. Maybe I'll leave it on for a little bit. So I'll take a little picture of it for you. And here's your fancy tape glove. Hopefully it helps you with the swelling.